Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you are. I hope that you can now see me in this video because I made a video right now. It's around the afternoon, probably like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., something like that. So I just woke up today in the morning. Today is Saturday. I believe it's September 5th, 6th. So the first Saturday of the week, first Saturday of the month. So just woke up. Like yesterday, I was very tired, so I didn't go out. I was supposed to go to DC biking kind of festival. But I like riding bike, but it costs like $95 for rent, and I was like, it's not worth it. And the competition starts at 7 a.m. in the morning. You have to be there by 7 at like 6 o'clock. Then it starts like 7 and ends at 8 o'clock. So by the time I get a bus and I go to the station and I get to the actual area in downtown DC in the early morning, and I'll be tired, it's not worth it. So I didn't go. And also $95 is a lot of money, so I didn't really, like right now it's a lot of money, I don't have money. So I stayed home, had a good sleep because I have a good mood today. I had breakfast, everything has been great. Right now I was cleaning my room, I was vacuuming, and all of a sudden the electricity went off. So I don't know what happened. We don't have storms, we do not have really like this is not like California, it's not like extremely hot. The average heat is like about 80 Fahrenheit, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So not too bad. But suddenly the electricity went off. But surprisingly, we have Wi-Fi. So I don't know how that works. But we have solar panels. So maybe solar panels are still working, but electricity went off. So I will talk about economics of solar panels in the future, because I think that's a very, very big topic, especially right now on economics. But today I'm going to talk about the economics of fugitive. The word fugitive it refers to people who commit crimes and then they run away and the government can't find them. So they put them on the signs, on the posts, the most wanted, and then they put like a ransom amount of money, and then people go there and start looking and searching, and the more they can find this person, the more the police or the law enforcement will increase the price. I can't really remember. I don't really watch that many crime podcasts. I don't watch that many crime documentary, but it comes across when I'm trying to look into the FBI stories and websites. I can see the most wanted people in the world and how much money they are charging. Historically, it's been usually like people committing crimes, drug dealers, people committing massacre, politicians, right? But as an economist, our goal is to ask about everything, right? Regardless if you're offended or not. Fugitive or fugitive, as they call them in Uganda, in Ugandan English, fugitive figures, they are one of the people who generates a lot of money, right? The income. And it's fascinating on how the government, which all governments around the world, like we trust the resources they have, we trust the money they have, but they have to put money out there to get somebody to turn someone in. And when I look into this, I try to think, how can someone disappear from the public eye and the government can't find that person? But when they put money into as an incentive to find this person, and all of a sudden he gets found, right? People find him. So why do people get incentivized with the money? Well, it kind of turns out that the government knows that people they love hiding criminal. People like to hide people, bad guys, right? And and usually when the government puts money to hunt someone, it's because they know that that person is also has more money and has an influence, and most of the time he could be also having like weapons or some sort of power where whoever is going after them, that person could easily be, those people could easily be killed. So putting the money into the hands of the citizen and hope that they can find a fugitive, a man-hunted person, it could mean that I'm sweating quarters in OSC. It could mean that these people are gonna put themselves out there and put their lives on at stake, try to find a person who is running away from the government. So when I try to remember, as far as I can remember, each single person that I've seen on FBI website has a certain amount of money on the website, that if you find this person who's being hunted, you get this ransom amount of money. But the key point here is who pays that money. Most likely the taxpayers, right? Because FBI gets funded from the taxpayers' money. And then is these taxpayers really getting, are they getting anything in return when this person gets found? Are these taxpayers somehow getting, are they being affected? These things are crucial to think about it, right? Because every country does have some random guy who's being hunted, who's being searched, who's being chased by the government. But the poorer the country is, the harder to find that person, if you notice this. And that's because people in poor countries, they don't really think, okay, if this person is running away and he's a billionaire, what's the possibility of us finding this person? How gonna gain the return? How we gonna, if he gets found, if he gets found or not, how much are we losing? What's the benefits for the citizen? Meanwhile, in places like United States, you have, like if you're a hacker and you hack Google and you run away, Google might hire an FBI agent to look for you. And once you get found, you can eventually be prosecuted or be put to jail, be put trial. And the Google, because Google pays high taxes, or maybe Facebook and can't pay too much taxes, so they benefit in it, so it makes sense. And they could also be protecting the public, their users, their customer. But all of this comes down to how, for me, I kind of skeptical as somebody who do economics. I'm kind of skeptical because I feel like, what if people just disappear, and then hoping that by being found, some of the people that they work with gets to have a huge amount of money. That is a prey game, right? What if there is somehow money laundering in this scheme of manhunt? Because I just don't know, like, why would you spend money to incentivize people to get somebody? If you know somebody's bad and nobody wants to turn them in, does that mean that person is bad? Because this is why people, I think, when they protest, when somebody goes to jail, historically, when somebody does something bad, the people will just jump in and fix the problem. People will jump in and put their matter into their own hands. But now we expect the government to just jump in and do the work, right? And the government goes, we don't know what to do. We ask for help. But to get help, you have to put in some money. But if somebody is really bad, somebody's a drug dealer, somebody is known to be maybe a rapist or gangster or killer or something like that, whatever they call them, if that person is really bad, why don't just people gang on him and fight him? Why don't people work with him, fight him? Yes, there is this thing called manipulation. Sometimes people get manipulated. People fear for their lives. There's a lot of mind controlling when it comes to power, gang. I may not think about it, but it does happen most of the time because there's a reason why people join a cult. Like we see in the United States, we have so many cults here. But the point here is that I think the government spending so much money in hunting someone down and increasing the incentives, in a way is benefiting the public, especially if that person isn't the richest person, and then when they catch him, the money doesn't really get, like, they can't recover that money. Now, on the flip side, if somebody finds a fugitive figure, right, they find them, the most wanted, they get arrested, they get prosecuted, that the person who gets paid, he gets to spend money however they want. They can buy a house, help his children go to school, and the government protects that person's identity, so that's good. So we never know who gets the money, how they get to spend it. That person could be a neighbor, could be a friend, could be somebody out there. So it can be a businessman, but they're not allowed to put themselves in the public, or they could be in the trouble. But yeah, we need to find a ways of somehow prosecuting someone without having to spend billions of dollars to incentivize people to find something. When somebody goes in, when a random person, like a hiker, goes into hiking somewhere in the mountains and then they disappear, the government doesn't put money to search that person, right? They ask the public, they ask people to help out search for that person. So volunteers turn out like in large numbers and search for that person. But why don't they do the same thing for a criminal, right? It's fascinating. It's really fascinating on how we measure crime with money, and economists, they are the one who plays a big role in terms of estimating how much incentives they can give to somebody to help them investigate for a crime. But the idea of giving incentive is something we need to change. Something we need to work on, because I don't think it's going to help, seeing money with measuring money with the amount of crime you commit. The less the crime you commit, the less money they put on you. I was fascinated by this idea of the economics of fugitive, and there turns out there. I mean, you may think that prosecuting one person would eventually eliminate crimes, or maybe prosecuting one person will allow other people to turn them in. But every single day there is someone on a hunt. Every single day, like every minute, there is somebody being chased by law enforcement. There's a politician being searched. There is somebody being on hunt every single day, and it could be any crime. It could be the crime of stealing, crime of hacking, anything could be happening. But I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it to have a very successful country like the United States. Then all of a sudden you take a chunk of taxpayers' money to hunt. Sometimes even they don't even hunt an American criminal. They hunt like somebody from Middle East or somebody from another country, and that is not helping the community. Maybe we need to find a better ways of turning things around. Just like the way when somebody disappears, when a friend, a community, a neighbor disappears for some reason, we have a huge search team that is volunteering to go around and search. Why not do the same thing when it comes to law enforcement? I don't know. yeah, if you find this video helpful, please let me know. It's getting really hot, but I'm thankful that there is a sun and it looks great. Other than that, thanks for watching. Like always, take care. Ciao, ciao.